So the backlight of my $35 Goodwill TV is on the way out. The very middle LED strips died, so when I turn this thing on, there's a nice little black bar right in the middle and it's very annoying. So I decided to pull this thing out of my room and I'm going to store it away somewhere because eventually if I want to, I could fix the backlight on this thing, which I do want to do for a project just to see if it's even possible. But for right now, I went to my local Goodwill and got me another TV. This is the replacement TV. It's a very nice Vizio. It's about 11 years old, and overall, the screen is immaculate. I think there's like one or two dead pixels, but they're very hard to see, and there are a few scratches here and there, but when this TV's on, they're not noticeable at all. And compared to the TV I originally had, this one is really nice, both aesthetically and on its actual thickness. So why am I doing this video? Well, you can tell by the title of this video. The speakers down here are very tinny, and the right one right here is on its way out. So give me a second. Oh yeah, another thing to note, this TV came with the original remote. So it makes it even better for 20 bucks. You have no idea how hard it is to find something like a TV from Goodwill that also has the remote. So as you can tell, the speakers aren't doing so hot, and also they're very tinny and just flat overall. The speakers I'm going to use or replace them with is these right here from our Vizio. Now there is a teardown guide for this TV on YouTube that's 11 years old, and from the looks of it, I might be able to just stick these right in place of the current speakers without any modifications to the case. I think. But theoretically, these speakers should function in that TV completely fine. So, next thing I gotta do is pop this TV apart, which from the guide I saw is very easy to do. There is one more thing I want to mention. Some people are going to wonder why am I buying these old TVs instead of spending money on buying one of these newer smart TVs. Simple. I don't like smart TVs. Smart TVs are dumb, and dumb TVs are smart. And if I want to have smart capabilities on my dumb TV, I just get one of these. Because simply put, all I want the TV to do is display an image from like my console, my computer, or if I had a satellite box, a satellite box. I don't want to connect my TV to the fucking internet. I don't want to download stupid firmware updates. I don't want ads plastered on my TV when I turn it on. Granted, nothing I do about a Chromecast, but that's to be expected. But still, I don't like smart TVs. Smart TVs are dumb and a pain in the ass. And these dumb TVs, they're just better in every single way possible. So with that said, the tutorial I said showed me how to pop this thing apart, and like I said, it should be fairly simple. So I'm going to go and disconnect this thing from the wall and see how hard it is. Here's the actual model number if anyone's interested. The ports are to HDMI, optical audio, VGA, audio in, a coax, antenna, USB, more coax, composites, and a headphone jack, surprisingly enough. Two screws here and here from the looks of it. Speakers are actually here and here. And from the looks of it, there's no other screws, so the pry points are going to be right here from what the video was showing. I think I might need to remove these two screws here too, but I'm not certain. Alright, so those screws that screw to the HDMI port and this screw right here, they do in fact have to be removed, including the two screws that go here and here. Now one thing to note is Prying this thing apart is kind of a pain in the ass. Now the guy that did the video used a credit card. I use an actual prying sponger or squeegee or whatever you could call this thing. So the sides are, you got going fairly deep, but once you get in there you can twist it and they'll pop. But the top right here, the top is a massive pain in the ass to pop apart. I eventually just put it on the ground, made sure that I wasn't twisting the LCD panel because the actual LCD panel is fairly well secured and fairly well reinforced, but the actual controller is up here on the top, so I had to be very cautious when I was prying. But I eventually managed to pry off the back panel, and here's where we're at. So here's speaker number 1 and speaker number 2. They're just held on by 2 screws, so let me go and get these unscrewed and come back. Alright, got everything set up and put back together. So, other than having to cut holes into the back of the TV, I've managed to resolve the speaker issue. Now, that said, they are definitely sticking out, as you can tell, but this give me a second, can this camera properly autofocus? No, it cannot. But since they're all free moving and whatnot, I can actually go and more properly adjust the speakers to where I actually like them. I'm still going to do some more adjustments off camera to get it more to the way I want. But generally speaking, I think these speakers are pretty much good to go. What I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to figure out how far in or how far back I actually want these speakers to sit. And I'm trying to equalize them as much as possible that way so the sound from both speakers is pretty much matched. So let me grab the remote again. Oh yeah, that sounds perfect. So what's even more annoying is the actual speakers themselves from the original TV. They're kind of like the ones I got right now. They just have this little piece right here. And yet these things sound like garbage in comparison to the ones I just put into the TV. Now, obviously, I had to do multiple steps to actually get to adapt the TV to the new speakers. But either way, these speakers, they sound like ass in comparison to the ones I got now. So, I missed the trash can. Well, a little bit of work, and I finally managed to resolve the annoying speaker sound from this TV, and now it's perfect.